What the crap? What the crap? Okay, this wasn't supposed to be the intro, but I guess it will have to be now, because what the crap is going on with Trove? Like, I look at it from one angle and it disappears, but now I look at it from a specific angle and it's like, so this is like it's gone. And then it's like it covers up everything. I gotta get out of here. Okay, so today, what I plan on doing with you guys is we are going to go and do some grinding in U6. I know I can handle U8, but I have something special prepared in the water world for U6. Right? I got, check. Okay, so I have a list prepared down, and we're actually going to be doing, we're not going to go into the war world today. We are going to go in to Uber 6 Prime World and try to search for candy dragons. Now, they are possible to find, but they are, like, I would say, like a 5-star boss. So they are really difficult, and that's why I want to jump down one level and jump down a second one, just to be sure that I can solo it. And if you can kill these enemies between portals Uber 1 and Uber 5, if you can find one, Uber 2 is probably the best one to find them in. If you can't get to Uber 6, it's the best place. Because it's a Candoria adventure world, which means that Candoria spawns a lot more likely than other biomes. And the ways you can find them is you can either find them on the surface just randomly, or in orange gum drops below them. I mean, like the large ones. The small ones, you don't really find them under because, obvious reasons. There's a ton of small gumdrops, so whereas the orange gumdrop seems suspicious to the average adventurer, but an easy spot to recognize and locate for the candy dragon. And it kind of looks like a Shadow Pinnacle, his own dungeon, but it's slightly smaller. And he is already spawned, and it's kind of like more candy themed. But other than that, it looks exactly like a pinnacle, a Shadow Pinnacle. Yes, this won't load. Have you been playing Trove on the PC lately? It's been lagging. It's kind of on and off. It's not been so bad recently, but just today, just today, it's been extreme. And yesterday was already starting to pick up, so I don't know what's so special about today. I mean, the mining day I can kind of understand, which is Tuesday. Today's Wednesday that I'm recording this. I may be posting on a different day, but today's Wednesday, which means 200% times 3, because you already have a 100%. And 2 extra whole percentages means it's times 3. Adventure loot boxes. Which really isn't that important. It's like one of the worst days. And that's why I just kind of use this to record. So, I think I'll escape out of this. There we go. Close that window. And I'll see you back when this can finally ends. Okay, we're back. Sorry, that's Thursday that you get the bonus adventure loot boxes. Today is for gems, which actually isn't that bad because I was going to do some gem grinding today. The only days that I remember are Tuesday, which is extra ores, Monday, harvesting crops, and of course Friday, which is extra loot boxes. I just want to do this 3-star because this is one of my favorite dungeons for the not the water world, but this specific biome. This is one of my favorite dungeons because I usually don't even have these skeleton enemies. If you look around, they've kind of been depleted along with the sharks. Now all you see is the pirates. They're birds and that kind of stuff. That's all you see these days. You don't see these enemies that often. You surely don't see sharks. I don't remember the last time I saw any sharks. So this one's a little tricky because when you see that, you know you've reached a dead end. Should be a boss in this room. Guess someone already killed the boss in that room. Okay, it's dead end. Go in here. There we go. So my Shadow Hunter. I know it doesn't seem that exciting for me because it's been quite a while. What the heck is this? It's like a special room. Ah, tricky. Wait, did I just go right inside the loot area? Ah, jeez. There we go. That's the right one I'm looking for. That was interesting. Okay, so I know it doesn't seem that interesting, but it's been a long time since I've posted any videos, so I've been pretty much getting used to this rapid fire attacking. Comboing it with stun bombs, and I'm ready for the newer updates, which are going to add in this new Hydra boss, which he's very interesting compared to the air bosses. He summons minions kind of like the Pinata, but not a ton of them, and he spits out a new liquid called acid, which is essentially lava, but I don't know how they're going to make it different. It's essentially lava. Maybe I'll remove your energy also and be like a double whammy kill. But yeah, he just stands in one place, and the dungeon is slightly different. Seems like someone's trying to take on this boss, yeah. I think I can use my Shadow Hunter capabilities to take this boss on. Just defeat him by the outside. There we go. So, gotta find a candy biome. Oh, there's one. Not that large, though. So, kind of hoping for a little bit of a larger one, but this will have to do. So, they're also going to have multi-classing, which pretty much gives you the passive ability, or if the passive ability doesn't go well with all of the characters, or can work with all the characters, then they're making a new passive for them. Like, the Revenant will actually gain a taunt, so you can have proper tanks in this game, finally. Because right now, it was pretty much all about jumping, getting some nice jumps, unless you were the Lunar Lancer. Crit hit, critical damage, and physical damage. It was all about the DPS, pretty much, and jumps. And now we're actually going to have proper tanks, which is going to increase the strength of tanks in the game. And they're, especially for the Candy Barb, since the Candy Barb's class gem replaces the first one, which is like a jump-in ability, which allows them to complete dungeons slightly faster. But also I think it's a valid sacrifice for damaging a whole lot of enemies, and it makes us slightly better in Shadow Towers also, which by the end game, and once you get your class gem, you'll mostly be doing Shadow Towers. Or you'll at least be able to do hard Shadow Towers and Ultra, you know. maybe not soloing them, and that's kind of the point, you know. Is if you're going to have a taunt ability, you don't want to solo, or else it's kind of useless. You also can swap out your abilities. So there's like an assassination ability for the Neon Ninja. And the Fake Trickster's passive would be OP with the Shower, because if you're not attacked for a certain amount of time, it does triple damage your attacks. Like, that's just enough said right there. It'll just be OP. I don't know why I'm walking around like just doing my casual grinding right now. But yeah, it's going with some pretty sick combos. They're going to start building up, and the devs might have to fix them. But for the Shower, I mean, he's the only class that can rapid fire attacks, and for him to get triple damage may seem OP for some players, but he's already kind of you know. This will make him probably more on a higher end, maybe even slightly OP, but it won't bring up to the point where it breaks the game, because he's already not that strong. So yeah, new updates coming, and can't wait for them. They say they're going to come in 2-3 months, which means people just double those times. So 4 to 6 months. Because, you know, they're trying to handle a lot right now. They're working on the Shadow Towers. They're working on everything. And also, you know, it's the Trove devs. Like, they do a lot of, like, they waste, like, 10% of their time at least just making, their own, what are they called? I forget what they're called. They're, like, sneak peeks, but there's, like, another word for it. I can't think of the name for it, but they spend, like, 10% of their time just doing that. So, don't expect it to be coming anytime soon. But I guess I'm just going to be doing dungeon grinding, because I fought that dragon and I actually have a couple of the ingredients. To make the actual candy dragon. But you need like 50, I only have like 6. There we go. I also have a new tome that I don't know if I've already had all these tomes before I showed you. I think I have, but I got a new tome right here. And it just gives me 25. I believe it used to just give 15, and now they bumped it up to 25. Also, I maxed out my gardening, and I'm at, essentially 5k PR. Not quite there yet, but I'll just say I'm there, because like 9 PR away. Also, I crafted a bunch of these things. They can see at the number 7 bar if I click tab. And that's how I got to the final stage for the gardening, which is great, because here's a great tip for any beginners. Always, like, just try to go for your gardening skill, and by the time, if you don't focus on grinding like I did, by the time you get to this point, you'll probably be like, I don't know, like level 20 or something like that. Not quite as strong, but you'll already be up there where everyone else is. And like money. So when you make it up to this level, you'll have like 10 times the money. Because there's this certain ingredient, like this crafting recipe that you can make, and it only grows in winter, this crop. It's a chestnut. It takes you like 33 to grow, and like about 33 flux, I believe it's 32 to be exact. Haven't checked the numbers. It's around 30. We'll just stick with that knowledge. And you can sell them even at their best deals during the summertime. They're worth like 30, or not 30. They're worth like 50. And you can sell, I would say, about for 65. So you can make a 2 times profit margin. Like, you make your money back, plus you make enough to make a second one. So they're super awesome. I actually bought some chestnuts as a stock investment. And waiting just a slightly longer to increase the stock before it starts dropping, because it's getting closer. I'll sell it like at the solstice, the summer solstice, where the days start getting shorter. And that should be like right at the time when I should sell them, like at their peak of their costs. About like 100 of them, and I think I want to make it's taking me a lot of time. And back in those days, I was only able to make maybe 1,000 flux. Like I had like 5,000 flux, and that was it. And I wasted like over half, 3,000. And now I'm just selling it for 6. And I'm like, I could have made like that much flux just grinding for 20 minutes while mining. But back then, I didn't know that mining in the Uber 5 portal was that great. Oh, I already completed this dungeon. Why am I going back in this dungeon? I think I'm losing focus. Okay, so... So the orange ones look sort of like this, but they're like 25 times or something like that the size of that. They're the size of that green one over there, but they're orange, and right underneath them you can find lots of special loot. Like you can find, most of this like one item, but depending on the portal you can get a ton. You can get to, I believe, 8 per kill if you're in like Uber 9 or something like that. Or not 8, like 5 per kill. 5. And that means that if you're farming this enemy in Uber 9, every single time you find the enemy, you're essentially getting like 3,000 flux. If you sell all of the ingredients, you're essentially getting that much. But if you're not, you're still like getting a lot of valuable items that I don't know if you can sell in the market. I want to see if you can. They're probably worth the cost that it is. If they're worth a little bit more, then okay. Oh, there we go. Shao 2. It's actually very lucky. Oh, it's a cookie cream cap. Go back. Okay. Okay, we're getting back in the game. There we go. And let's see. There we go. By the way, crab pouches are like right through the roof. They increased by like over 1,000. They were at 90,000 just this morning, and they jumped up even higher. Don't buy crab pouches. Like, don't buy them. Like, we need to teach the players that actually like spend money in Trove. So if you play Trove, you gotta teach them. You can't just place any old like credit pouch or any item that's tradable that you buy. You gotta teach them that you can't sell them for just any price, because this is ridiculous. That's a good like. That's a good, 4.5 hours of farming just to get one crate pouch. 4.5 hours. That's probably about a week of mining farming for me right there. And it's just overpriced. Also, I'm getting flux from this. This tome. It's really great, I would say. Back in the old days, it was great. Today, it's not so great because, well, there's so much flux in the market that... Remember a couple old episodes ago where I was talking about, I believe I was talking about the price of Glim. I don't remember exactly, but it used to be, 1 Glim was equivalent to 10 flux. and it jumped and slowly started to go up. And when I started getting on YouTube, it was like a half a flux, or a 0.7. And now Glim officially has a higher value than flux. This is why. Because everyone, like the devs, have given away so much like flux to the rich players in the game that like people that sell items like Glim will expect to get a lot of flux. So a great stock investment, if you're into that kind of stuff in Trove, is just to buy Glim. While like before it hits the limit where the devs are like, I think that we should finally stop selling Glim or selling flux. We should start selling items like Glim and using Glim more often as a currency, and adding Glim back as a currency, because that's when its big jump was made. Was when they finally removed it from the currency shop. Like it used to be like half a flux, and now it's like 3 times a flux. All because it's not a currency anymore. Because when it was a currency, people would actually farm it. Now people don't farm it. So it's just expensive. I digress.